In a bustling city where the chill of winter settled into the bones and the streets glistened with the frost of a long, unforgiving night, there lived a little girl known only as the Match Girl. She was not a girl of privilege or comfort. She was a child of the streets, her small frame wrapped in threadbare clothes that did little to shield her from the biting cold. Her bare feet, cracked and swollen, barely made a sound as she wandered through the darkened alleys, clutching a bundle of matches close to her chest. Each match was a flicker of hope, a promise of warmth, yet she was met with indifference by the hurried passers-by, their faces turned away from the plight that surrounded them. As the evening wore on, the little girl's stomach grumbled in protest, a cruel reminder of her hunger. She had been sent out by her father, a man whose own heart had hardened against the world, to sell matches in order to bring home a meager supper. But the streets were unforgiving, and no one had stopped to buy. The cold was relentless, and with each passing hour, despair seeped deeper into her soul. She watched as families gathered in warm homes, their laughter and joy echoing through the frosty air, a stark contrast to her own reality. The glow of their fires illuminated the windows, casting shadows that danced like memories of what she could never have. With trembling hands, she struck her first match against the rough brick wall. The flame flickered to life, casting a warm glow that enveloped her in a brief embrace. In that moment, she was transported away from the biting cold and the harsh reality of the streets. She envisioned a cozy room, filled with the rich aroma of roasted goose, the table adorned with all the trimmings, and her family gathered around, laughing and sharing stories. It was a fleeting vision, one that melted away as quickly as the flame extinguished, leaving her shivering in the dark once more. Desperation clawed at her heart, but the little girl was resilient. She struck another match, and this time, the flame bloomed brighter, illuminating the shadowy corners of her mind. She saw a beautiful Christmas tree, resplendent with ornaments and twinkling lights, and beneath it, an array of gifts wrapped in colorful paper. The sight filled her with a warmth that spread from her heart to her fingertips, a stark contrast to the cold that surrounded her. For a brief moment, she felt the joy that eluded her in reality, a joy that was pure and untainted by the struggles of the world. But as the match burned down, the vision faded, leaving her with nothing but the chill of the night and the ache of longing. With each match she struck, the little girl found herself lost in a world of dreams and memories. She struck a third match, and this time she saw her beloved grandmother, the only person who had ever truly cared for her. The old woman's face radiated warmth and kindness, her arms open wide as if to embrace the little girl. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she remembered the stories her grandmother used to tell, tales of love and hope, of brighter days that seemed so far away now. The flame flickered, and for a moment, she felt the warmth of her grandmother's love wrap around her like a blanket, shielding her from the harshness of the world. But as the match burned out, the warmth dissipated, and she was left standing alone in the cold darkness, her heart heavy with sorrow. With a sense of urgency, she struck another match, desperate to hold on to the fleeting warmth. This time, she envisioned a beautiful garden, a place filled with vibrant flowers and sunlight, where laughter echoed and happiness reigned. She saw herself running through the blooms, her heart light and free, the burdens of the world forgotten. In that moment, she felt a glimmer of hope, a reminder that beauty still existed, even if it was just a figment of her imagination. But as the match flickered and faded, the garden vanished, leaving her standing in the harsh reality of the winter night. As the last match was struck, the little girl felt a profound sense of loss. The flame danced like a star, illuminating her face for one final moment. In that light, she saw the world as it could be, a place filled with love, warmth, and kindness. She envisioned herself wrapped in her grandmother's arms, safe and cherished, free from the pain of hunger and cold. But the flame was dying, and with it, her dreams began to fade. In those final moments, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace wash over her. Perhaps the world had turned its back on her, but in her heart, she held the memories of love and hope that could never be extinguished. As the last flicker of light disappeared, the little girl closed her eyes, surrendering to the cold that enveloped her. In that stillness, she found solace. She had witnessed the beauty that existed beyond the pain, the warmth of love that could transcend even the darkest of nights. And though her body lay cold on the streets, her spirit soared, free from the burdens of the world, embraced by the love of those she had lost. In the morning light, the city stirred to life, unaware of the tragedy that had unfolded in its midst. The little match girl, with her dreams and hopes, had slipped away, leaving behind a world that had failed to see her. Yet, in her passing, she had ignited a spark of empathy in those who would hear her story. The themes of hope and sadness intertwined, reminding all who listened that even in the darkest of times, the flicker of hope can illuminate the heart, and love, once shared, can never truly be lost.